guys how to make this dress. Guys, you can also make it in a shorter form and it will be like a top. So this one here, you might need, for the dress, you might need about 3 yards or maybe 2.5, depending on the length you're working with. So first thing is that I'm using an Ankara fabric. I'm going to tilt it this way and fold it. So once you fold it, you make sure it's equal. Once it's done, the next step is going to be to go ahead and rule a straight line. So you're going to find where your shoulder measurement can fit on this. So find your shoulder divided by 2. So for me, it should be somewhere here. Mark it straight line across like this, right? And then the next thing is going to be to come on this corner here and insert your armhole. So my armhole divided by 2 should be somewhere at this point. Let's say 9.5 at this point here. And then I'm going to just connect it from here all the way to this here. Give it a curve at the armhole like this. And then the next thing is going to be to go ahead and mark my shoulder, the neckline 3. And then I'm going to come or 3 inches of neck depth because it's the front neckline. Connect it like this. And once that is done, the next thing is going to be just give it a shoulder slope, although we're not using this now, but just to mark it, just leave it there. So the next thing is going to be to make sure that where your armhole is, your bust can fit there. So where my armhole is, my bust would perfectly fit here, right? Because it's flayed. And then the next thing is going to be, at this point now, you're going to form an angle. So where your 3 inch of neckline is where you're going to form the angle. So you're going to get your ruler, and then from this point, because remember it's going to be haltered neck. So from this point of the 3 inch of neckline, I'm going to blend it into the armhole. So now all this part is going to be cut out, guys. So if you feel like this length might not be enough for you, because the whole length of the dress now, let me see what I have here. So if I start from the shoulder and then minus 3 inches from it, that is the 3 inches from this point. So the length of this dress might actually be about 33. Guys, if you feel like this will not be enough, then you might have to join fabric at the bottom, but I don't want it too long, so this length is okay for me, right? So this is what we are working with. So the next thing now is going to be to use the length of this here to cut the whole dress. So whatever length this is, which is 45, so I'm going to mark 45 all the way to this point. I didn't want to use this point here because if I use it now, I'm going to be confused on where the length is because it's not the same on each side. So that's why it's better to use the pointy part. That way you could get the circle one time. So guys, now that is like this, you see I've already gone ahead and marked my length for the dress, right? So now I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. So guys, this is what it looks like. You see, we've cut it, and now this is the armhole. This part we don't need it, so the dress is going to look something like this now. So like this is going to be the tip, and then it's going to flow down like this, right? So this part is going to go to the neck. This is to the armhole, this side is to the armhole, but we're not using it yet. We're going to fold it back again just so we can cut the back panel first, and then we could cut. So the back panel is going to be the same folded fabric again, but instead we are going to fold away from our armhole down. So from where the armhole is, you're going to fold that part away like this. So and then you're going to trace out another folded piece that looks like this. So basically you're cutting the same thing but without this piece here, right? So guys, this is what we have. You see my fabric on top, I folded this away, and then for the back, because I'm going to be adding elastic to it, I added about 1 inch here, or 1.5 depending on the size of elastic you're using for the back panel. So I added 1.5, so this is the actual length is going to be, but then you see I added about 1.5 at the top here. So now I'm just going to cut it out, and this is going to be the top of the back panel. So now we're going to just cut the rest of the body of the dress. This is it here. So we've cut the front panel, we've cut the back panel, and then all you have to do now is, if you need a pocket for yours, you're going to use the front to mark it. So you're going to, because remember the back still has some fabric that we need to fold the back panel, right? To put the elastic casing. So you can't use it, but you could use the front panel to just mark it. So just come down from here 10 inches down. That is going to be the beginning of the pocket. So somewhere here, and go ahead and notch it on all 4 layers. That's the 2 sides of the front and 2 sides of the back, and then give it 5 inches opening or 6 inches opening, and then notch the bottom. So from here to here is the pocket, right? And then you close up the rest of the seam. So you close the seam, come down here, stop, leave this open, close the seam to the end. But for the meantime, what we're going to do now, I think I'm going to just cut off a little bit more on this armhole side, because I want the halter neck a little deep, so I don't want it straight, right? Just a little deeper here. So now the next thing is going to be, take the back panel to your sewing machine, and then you're going to go ahead and just fold that 1 inch here. So fold it, that 1.5, fold it, and then just make a casing all the way at the back on both sides, and then set this aside. Take the front panel now. There are 2 ways you could do this front panel. You could just turn it over using 1/2 inch like this and stitch it on itself, or you could cut a lining that's going to be like half of the top, not all the way to the end, maybe somewhere here, and use it to turn it over, right? Or the third method is going to be, make your strap and then use like make a strap in form of a bias and then use it to join it. And I think that's the method we're going to be using here. So let me go ahead and just join the body together, and then we'll come back and finish up the neckline. Guys, this is what you're going to make. Sorry, I lost the whole end of my clip, so I'm going to try to explain it in the best way possible. So basically, you're going to go ahead and cut 1.5 of your fabric in bias form. So I'm going to show you everything. So you're going to go ahead and use, you know, that part of the cloth that you cut out from your circle, the one that has this type of curve, right? So you're going to straighten it out like this. That means you're going to cut out like 1.5 piece of the edge, that part that has this curve. The reason I'm saying it is because if you use this straight part, it's stiff, but if you use this part that has the curve, it's going to form an easier bias, so the fabric will be more relaxed than cutting it straight on the lines that the fabric comes with. But if you see this edge now, it has like it's a little slack, right? So cut out up to 30 inches. So for me, my strap all the way from the shoulder going to the back is 30 inches. So, but this is what it's going to look like after you cut it out. So let's say you cut out about 1.5, right? You're going to go ahead and tuck in 1/2 inch on one side. So if I open it up, it looks like this. You're going to go to your machine. So fold in 1/2 inch on this side, fold in 1/2 inch on this side, and then fold it into 2 to form a bias. And then you're going to take the bias, go to the body of your cloth, and start from one side of the neck, right? Before you even join the front and the back together, you're going to start from one side here, go to one end here, put it in like this. So take the side of the cloth here, put it inside of this like this, flap it over, and sew it all the way down until you get to that angled form of this here. Then leave the other piece of the fabric to drop. Do the same thing on this other side, and then when it comes to this point here, you cross it over on each other. So you see how I just overlapped it. So make sure that the first side comes to the top, the other one comes to the top, and then just flap one on top of the other one, right, like that, and then top stitch it. And then now you're going to have the rest of them going towards the back, and then you're going to go to the back. Like I said, that fabric that you already had for the casing, fold it into 2, right, like this. Just turn it in, and then you can top stitch it using 1/2 inch at the top. So you see, I made a casing for my elastic, but at the top part here, I just made a stitch here, just so that it's going to be enough for me to pass my elastic at the bottom, and then have these just tiny ruffles at the top. It just makes it look cute. And then immediately after that, you're going to then take the rest of the piece remaining and just sew it down all the way to the end, and then stitch it down here, stitch it down here. If you're wondering how you're going to determine where the strap is going to be, just go ahead and open this up to the heart, like straighten it out, and then find the center. You understand? So this is why the side of the cloth is. I'm going to straighten it out and then fold it into 2 again. So that means my it's going to be somewhere here. You understand? So that's how you're going to figure out where it's going to be. And after adding that, that is basically it. All you have to do is close your side, hem the bottom of the cloth. But if you don't want elastic on your own, before you even start to cut it, after cutting your shoulder and everything, once you divide your bust by 4, add your seam allowance and cut off the excess, right? So like we were saying, you're going to do your shoulder measurement, and then your shoulder divided by 2. This is the neckline, this is the shoulder slope, this is the armhole. once you get to the armhole, do your bust divided by 4 and then add 1 inch to it. Cut off the excess all the way down. But you see, for me, I didn't cut anything. I just left it because I know I'm going to use elastic because I want it that flowy. So that's the whole point of it. So in case if you have any question, guys, just leave it in the comment section and I'll try to get back to you. But that's basically, thank you guys so much for watching. And like I said, the whole strap length for me was 30. That's including the seam allowance I used to stitch it down here. You see where I stitched it down, using like half an inch of it, even all the way to the armhole. From, if I measure it from this part now all the way come back up again, is 30 inches. And remember, the one coming from this side is the strap on this side. The one coming from this side crossed over and became the strap on the back on the other side. And that is it. So please like, share and subscribe. Bye.